It's just one big play away from tying up or even taking the lead in this ball game.
I had to agree with you, Tracy. They just one big play from, like you said, tying this game up or taking the lead in this game.
As we await the timeout, the TV timeout, this game is being televised on ESPN3 for those of you who have that particular station either on your cable or satellite provider. It is on ESPN3, so extended timeouts are being taken in this ball game. But that's a good thing for both teams, wouldn't you say that?
Oh, yeah. Excellent thing for both teams.
It actually keeps the coaches, gives the coach more strategy about exactly when they need to call. If they know that, hey, we got a TV timeout coming up, they'll try to preserve those timeouts that they have.
That's right.
And not call them so quickly.
Right.
Yeah, I do believe both teams are coming back out on the field, and I see the guy with the red outfit on that's calling the TV times out is back. Right. So we're about ready to begin the fourth and final quarter here for Rice Titan Stadium on the campus of Valley State University, and it starts with the Pine Bluff offensive unit on the field with a second down and about 3 yards to go from the Valley State, looks like 19-yard line. There is a snap, Loba control, and he's going to stack him up.
Yeah.
In there. And on the tackle, looks like 52 in there to knock him down. Dion Reed there on the tackle. No gain on the play to bring up third down. Big possession play for the defensive unit coming right here. If they can get them stopped right here.
Oh, yeah.
Pine Bluff takes the snap, clapping his hand. There's the snap. Loba control. Looking. Found the man at the 20-yard line. He's driven back, but forward progress will get him to the 20-yard line. It won't give him the first down, though.
No.
He needed about the 24 for the first down. So looks like Pine Bluff is going to send on the punting unit.
Right.
And so the defensive unit, once again, makes a good stand. And looks like the offensive unit will get an opportunity to get the football back. 13:55 and counting left in the ball game. Pine Bluff 17, Valley State 10. Valley State about to receive football after a Pine Bluff punt. There is the punt. It's going to be taken and down at the 42-yard line by DJ Clayton out of Porterville, Mississippi. I'm not sure where that is, but that's where he's from. So
I'm not familiar with that.
So Valley State will get the football first and 10 from their own 42-yard line. Fourth quarter action, 13:38 left in the ball game. Valley State down by 7 to Arkansas Pine Bluff. 17-10. Pine Bluff looking to go to 3-0 on the season and 3-0 in the SWAC. Valley State looking for their first win of the season. And, of course, their first win of the SWAC. They're playing some defensive-minded football on this day here at Rice Titan Stadium. And I can see that because of how quickly this game has gone,
right,
we have to take some additional TV timeouts as we see that they got to get these TV timeouts in sponsorship. Yeah. So they're going to be taking some extra ones just like they did. You know, we just had one. They come right back and having to take another one. But like I said, it's helpful for both teams.
Oh, yeah.
Especially with the heat being what it is down on the field. So you get a few extra seconds to get your win and get ready to go back out on the field. Right. So now, Valley State get the football, first and 10 from their own 42-yard line. So 58 yards of real estate ahead of them. Take what the defense give you. Is that the message Coach Dancy is giving to his young team?
Yeah, I believe that's the message he's giving to his young team. Tell them take whatever the defense gives.
Don't rush.
Right.
Plenty of time left in this football game. You're only down by one touchdown.
Right. If they give them 5 yards a pop, take 5 yards a pop.
And it only takes 2 to make a first down. So you got 4 downs to get 10 yards.
That's it.
So don't be in a hurry trying to get them all.
Right. Because what you sure don't want to do is turn the ball over.
And I think we may be having some issues with the play clock.
Oh.
Yeah. So they'll work it out. They're letting the teams know that they're going to be probably keeping. Usually when it malfunction or whatever, they keep it. The back judge usually keep it on the field.
Right.
So that might be what they're letting both teams know.
Right.
That if you see that back judge throwing that hand up in there, that means you below the 5 second.
Right.
So you better do something in a hurry. So Valley State gets football 1st and 10. 3 receivers crop to the right, 2 receivers to the left. Back to pass. Look, and he fakes it. He lets it go. Whoa.
Wow.
There's a penalty marker. Now wow. It came from the side judge, and we'll see what this is about. Side judge saw something that the back judge didn't see.
Right.
He knocked the receiver off his route there way before. Wow.
Oh, wow.
Wow. They're going to call this against Valley State. Ineligible man downfield.
Wow.
I thought the way the flag came out, I thought he saw Pine Bluff player knock Valley State player off this route.
Right.
Way before the football got there.
Exactly.
But as it is, it'll be a 5-yard penalty against the Delta Devils for an ineligible man downfield. And it'll move the football back to the 37-yard line after the 5-yard penalty. 1st and 15 now for the Delta Devils of Valley State. As Easton will stand in the pistol formation, 2 receivers left, 2 receivers right. Now he'll send a man in motion. That's Williams from left to right. The pass is called by Williams. Williams takes a couple of guys out of the boots over there on the far side. Before he's up in at that time, the crowd appreciated those moves. And as we continue to look down, it looks like our crowd has grown.
Oh, yeah.
Nice crowd on hand.
Nice.
As well as a nice crowd on the far side there to support Pine Bluff.
Right.
So everybody was ready for some swag football, and here we are, first game of the year here at Rice Titan Stadium, and they file on in here to watch their Delta Devils. 17 for Pine Bluff, 10 for Valley State. Valley State with the football. 2nd down and 15. There is the snap. Back to pass is Easton. He gets the pass out trying to set up a screen. At the 45, up to about the 47, goes the receiver, Donald Johnson III, wearing number 14. Pick up about 7 on the play to bring up 3rd down and about 8 now. Big possession play right here for the Delta Devils. 12 minutes and 20 seconds now left in the contest. 3rd down and about 8. There is the snap. Looking, lets it go, and it is caught. On the catch that time is number 8, DJ Clayton, out of Portersville, Mississippi, and it moves forward to the Pine Bluff 45, and it is enough for a 1st down, and we have stoppage of play. And I think we got an injured player. The official called timeout.
Yeah.
But an injured player.
Mm-hmm.
And they will go out and help him to the sideline. He'll come off on his own power. And that's going to be the center. So they got a new center coming into the ball game. So 60 65 will check out. 55, sorry, will check out of the ball game. And looks like a new center is going into the ball game. Big number 75, William Bradley, 6'2", 330-pound junior out of Memphis, Tennessee.
Wow.
Will take over at center. As the official said, wind the clock. 1st and 10 for the Devils from the Pine Bluff 45-yard line. 11:50 left in the ball game. Valley down by 7, 17-10. Back to passes. Easton looking. They grabbed him by the face, man. The football is loose. And that was right in front of the official. Didn't see it. Wow. And twisted Easton's head pretty good that time. Easton is asking the ref, hey, did you not see that one?
Twisted his head all the way around.
Now he's trying to... Wow. So down 3. So it loses 3 yards on the play to bring up 2nd down and 13 now. 2 receivers to the left, 1 receiver right. 2 backs in the backfield with Easton. He'll send the man in motion from right to left. Looking to throw it, pumps it, and he lets it go and overthrows his receiver. The receiver actually stopped on him.
Oh, yeah, he stopped on it. You don't never stop running.
I think if he had gave a double move there, he'd have been out there by himself.
Yeah.
But that one was way overthrown as Johnson stopped on the route.
You don't get a player a chance when you stop.
And the coach is on him. Coach is asking why he stopped.
Right.
3rd down now, 3rd down and 13. Coach Davis, are you at a point where at this juncture in the game, are you at a point where you need to go for it on 4th down, or do you think you could punt it away if you don't make this 3rd down, punt it away and then let the defense?
Depends on how many yards we need.
All right, there's the quarterback. He's at the 45, 40. Ooh, he takes a shot.
Wow.
Well, there to deliver a shot, Solomon Brooks, number 28, the senior out of Belzona, Mississippi. And our local guys just playing with Pine Bluff is showing out because they probably have some family members here.
Right, exactly.
Both the young man from Belzona as well as the young man from Lexington.
Right.
4th down, 4th and about 6, and Valley State going to go for it. And now they're going to look to the sideline, and we don't have a shot clock. They're keeping it on the field now.
Oh.
So they're watching for the back judge.
Oh, they're not going
to run a play there. Again, trying to draw Pine Bluff outside.
Right.
That was working at the beginning of the game, but coaches got him over there and told him, stay at home.
Right.
And now the Devils look like they're going to send out their punting unit.
Right.
So onto the football field comes number 17, Fernandez, and he's going to be punting to number 7, Tyron Raff. And Raff will stand at his own 10-yard line, so this is a perfect opportunity now for the Devils to pin Pine Bluff back deep in their own end zone, in their own end of the field back there.
Right.
So here comes the punt. It is a good punt, and it's going to be taken by Ralph. And Ralph is at the 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40.
Wow.
And knocked down at about the 42-yard line. That time, Ralph with a couple of nifty moves on the would-be Delta Devils that had covered the punt. And Pine Bluff will take over at about the 41, maybe 42-yard line. And that's where we'll pick it up after the TV timeout, because we see the TV timeout guy moving out there. So we have a timeout on the field. We'll take one as well. 17-10 in favor of Arkansas Pine Bluff. We will step aside and come right back on the Mississippi Valley State Sports Network.
Mississippi Valley State University National Alumni Association, the Holmes County chapter, wants you back. Join today. Contact Enos Rooker at 662-528-1508. That number once again is 662-528-1508. Local and national dues, only $160. Cash App to $ Holmes CO Alumni MVSU. The Mississippi Valley State University National Alumni Association, the Holmes County chapter, wants you back. Join today.
I am Gloria Boyd, Chief Nursing Officer at Greenville Floor Hospital. While I know that our hospital is safer now than ever before, I want to do everything I can to prevent the spread of COVID-19. I chose to take the vaccine to protect myself, my family, my coworkers, and my community. Getting vaccinated is not enough. You must also continue to wear a mask, social distance, and wash your hands often. When you qualify for the vaccine, please do your part. Get vaccinated for the health and safety of your loved ones in our community.
And welcome back to Rice-Titan Stadium on the campus of Mississippi Valley State University for this SWAC home opener for the Delta Devils, their first game of the home season here against the Golden Lions of Pine Bluff. Pine Bluff leads this ball game by a score of 17-10 over Valley State with 9:15 left in the ball game. Pine Bluff with the football, 1st and 10 from their own 40-yard line, looking to ground it out. They'll hand it off inside the clock. He'll move forward for about 4 on the play. Upended there by big number 93, Antoine Howard, 6'4", 305 out of Cincinnati, Ohio for the Delta Devils. Pick up about 3 on the play. We'll call it 2nd down and 7. As takes it, hands it off this time to Clark. Clark will move the crowd past the 45 up to about the 47, where to bring up a 3rd down. Perry, Clark, the workhorses for this Pine Bluff football team. From the receiver corps, Ralph is the number 1 receiver. 3rd down and about 5. Big possession play for the Valley defense right here. Sends a man in motion, does Perry. Perry back to pass. Looking. Lets it go. Throws it. Intercepted by Valley State at the 50-yard line.
What an outstanding play.
He jumped the route that time and picked him off. Much to the appreciation of his teammates. On the interception, number 26, Caleb Brunson, 6 foot, 190 pounds out of Laurel, Mississippi. And he gives the Delta Devils the football back at midfield. 9 minutes left in the ball game. 1st and 10 for Valley State from midfield. As a handoff inside. Busting right up the middle. It's number 3, Caleb Johnson. He's off to the races. He's in for the touchdown. 1 play, 50 yards. And we talked about it earlier that they were 1 big play away.
1 play away
from breaking this thing open.
And it just happened.
And that time, Caleb Johnson was, wow.
He was gone.
And Valley State look like they're going to go. They're trying some trickery. And
I thought they were going.
I thought they were going to go for 2, but the line is set. The ball is snapped. The kick is up. It is long enough, and it is good. 7 minutes, 55 seconds left in the contest. Your score, Valley State 17, Arkansas Pine Bluff 17. And that time, wow, Caleb Johnson broke out of it before the defensive unit could even get set.
Right. Okay.
Caleb Johnson, the first man to touch him was a linebacker.
Yeah.
And he broke away from him, and it was 50 yards later, he's into the end zone for the touchdown. And Valley State has tied this football game up, and the crowd is into it, and the team is into it, the coaches are into it. Now you got that Valley spirit that you got it doing, you got everything working your way. Now all you have to do is finish off this fourth quarter strong and get out of here with this victory.
Get out of here with this victory.
17 for Mississippi Valley State University. 17 for the Golden Lions of Pine Bluff. 7:55 left in this football contest. And as you can see, Coach Dancy and his coaching staff on the sideline telling his team, calling on the defense, we appreciate the effort that you put forward today, but we need at least one more.
Oh, yeah.
Get us the football maybe one more time.
One more time.
And see if we can go down the field with that and get a lead and hold that lead for the rest of the evening.
That's right.
And the crowd, the band is into it.
Oh, yeah.
The crowd is into it.
Yes, indeed.
Great football action, great SWAC football action here from Rice Titan Stadium on the campus of Mississippi Valley State University. And I do believe that the timeout is just about over as both teams are making their way back to the football field. I want to remind you, next Saturday, Valley State playing Alabama State, playing the Hornets. That game will kick off at 2 o'clock. And I want to say that game is in Alabama, I do believe. So the Delta Devils are back into SWAC action next Saturday, 2 p.m. They're against the Hornets of Alabama State. Fernandez for Valley State set to kick off from his own 35-yard line. He approaches the football and gets a good foot into it. It's going to be taken at the 4-yard line by Ryan. He comes straight up, and he's going to run into a host of Delta Devils led by number 54 at about the 22-yard line. Forward progress will get him to about the 24. So Pine Bluff will begin this drive, 1st and 10 from their own 24-yard line, and it's quite simple, Josh. If you're Pine Bluff, you want to grind this thing out and maybe get into the end zone and not give Valley State very much time to work with. And if you're Valley State, you're just the opposite of that. You want to stop them, get a 3 and out, and get this football back, and perhaps you can put it into the end zone.
There you go.
So here we go. From the near side, hash action flows from right to left on your radio. Out of the pistol formation, Perry with 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Perry back to pass. The left hander lets it go. And he shoves him off. We got a penalty marker. He makes the catch. And Coach is about to have, Coach is all over the back judge there. But it is called, the other official saw it.
Oh, yeah.
He saw the push off.
Oh, yeah.
And his penalty marker came out. And the referee. And that's going to move him back half the distance to the goal.
Right.
He got a good shove that time.
Yes, he did.
He got a good shove on him that time. That's how he scored the touchdown earlier with that.
Yes, he did.
As soon as the ball goes in the air, he gives him a little shove in the back and finds himself open.
Yeah.
So that backs them up all the way back to their own 12-yard line. So it's first down, it looks like about 20 for Perry standing in the pistol formation. 1 receiver in the backfield with him. He'll give it to that running back. And here comes Clark right up the heart of the Devils defense. Gets to the 21-yard line. Where it brings up a second down and about 11. Keontae Daniels with the stop for the Delta Devils, number 6, but that's not good if your defensive back hasn't come up and make the stop.
Right.
You'd like to see your defensive line and linebackers making those stops.
Right.
After minimum yards. There's Perry back to pass, looking. And he let this one goes into the Delta Devils sideline as he felt the pressure coming. On the pressure that time was 99 and 92, 99, Jalen Bell, 92, Terry Gardner. And they made Skylar Perry get rid of that football a little sooner than he anticipated, and we got an injured player for Pine Bluff.
Yeah, good thing.
So third down and 11, 7 minutes left in the contest. We have a 17 all ball game, 17 for Arkansas Pine Bluff, 17 for Valley State. And the Delta Devil defense fired up, and the crowd sitting on their hands in anticipation. They're waiting on that one big play, and you will hear this crowd erupt.
Oh, yes, indeed.
So big number 72 for Pine Bluff will check out of the ball game. 72 is Rashard DaCosta, 6'3", 280, redshirt freshman out of Coconut Creek, Florida. He'll check out of the ball game. And he's going to be replaced by big number 70, Noah Hayes. On the third down and 11. Perry stands in the pistol formation, back to pass. He's looking right all the way. Lets it go. His arm is hitting as he lets it go, and it falls like a shot duck into the turf. And the Delta Devils defense holds steady again, and it brings up fourth down and about 11. And here comes a punting unit. But the Delta Devils can't get too complacent here. You've seen some trickery early in the ball game. I wouldn't be too surprised if Pine Bluff may have something drawn up. Pine Bluff only had 3, 6, 9, 10 men on the field. Here comes number 11. The Delta Devils will have a receiver standing back, punt returner going to stand back at his own 40-yard line. And we have a stoppage of play. Pine Bluff has called for it and has received a timeout, but it's going to be a 30-second timeout, so we'll keep it right here. This one looked like Josh. This one will go down to the wire.
Oh yeah, I believe we're going to, like you said, go down to the wire.
The Delta Devils looking for their first win of the SWAC season, first win of the season.
Right.
They'd like to do it right here at home in front of their home crowd who have come out to support them. And they'll practice social distancing and wearing the mask and all that good stuff. And what could be better than a victory over a team that came into today's game with a record of 2-0, undefeated in the SWAC, and undefeated on the regular season,
right,
in front of a nationally televised event.
Right.
Well, the Delta Devils now with an opportunity to get this football back. Fourth down and 11. As they await the television timeout, they're ready to go. The television timeout guy's still out on the numbers.
Right.
The Delta Devils look like they may want to try to attempt to block this one. They got 10 men stacked on the line.
Oh yeah, like they going after this.
They may just do just that. They'd love to get a shank of some sort,
right,
off maybe the side of his foot, or put enough pressure on him that he'll that he might fumble this football and allow them the opportunity to get it deep in Pine Bluff's territory.
Right.
5:56 is, I'm sorry, that's 6:56 officially on the clock. 17 for the Delta Devils of Valley State, 17 for the Golden Lions of Pine Bluff. Still working on the television timeout. And there's a hand is giving the official signal that television timeout is just about over. And he said, let's roll it. So, 4th down. And there is the snap. And the kick, good high spiral kick. Wow, it's going to take him all the way back to his own 35-yard line, 25-yard line. He comes. He's at the 30, and they're going to call a penalty. Wow. Come on. Now, both teams has been hitting good today now.
Yeah.
So let's not, we shouldn't wait till the very end of the game, and make a difference about who hitting who.
There you go.
Penalty marker on the field. This one probably is going to work against Valley State. Took a nice little shot.
Yeah, it's probably going to be hitting in the back.
And this was going to bag the Delta Devils up. They had decent field position there.
Sure did.
At the 32. So this one will move them back probably to about the 22. And they're discussing it over on the far side. And here comes the referee. Pine Bluff saying this is against Valley State, so they're moving back. Blind side block.
15-yard penalty, 19. Wow.
Because they're calling it personal foul.
Right.
So that moves the football for Valley State all the way back to the Valley State 19-yard line. So with 81 yards of real estate ahead of them, Valley State will begin this drive. Now, wouldn't it be all 15 yards from the spot of the foul? That moves it back to the 19-yard line. Valley State will begin this drive 1st and 10 from their own 19-yard line. Easton will send a man in motion left to right. There's the snap. Fakes it, keeping himself up to the 21-yard line. Gives himself up there. Tackle made by 53 for Pine Bluff. Isaac Peppers. 6 foot, 205 junior out of Greenville, Mississippi. All the local guys showing up and showing out for Pine Bluff.
Yes, indeed.
Let's bring up 2nd down and 9. Easton stands in the pistol formation, back to pass, looking, being pressured. He'll take off straight up the middle, and he's going to be wrestled down from behind as he gets to the 22-yard line. 5:55 left in the ball game, and some very conservative play calling.
Yeah.
Very conservative.
Wow.
I don't know if you're doing it because you're that deep in your own territory, or if you don't want to give up no big play as far as the interception coming back your way. It would be poetry, though, if the Delta Devils could march it down, set up a field goal, and kick it through the uprights.
I know that's right.
Lets it go.
There you go.
It is caught. He caught the football. It was a catch and a fumble. On the catch, number 9, Malik Myers. And it's a 1st down. And now the official looking over at the other official asking, did he catch it? And the official said, yes, he caught it and fumbled it. So 1st and 10 for Valley State. From their own 34-yard line, back to pass. Easton, he's being pressured. He lets it go. It is over the head. As that time, Pine Bluff sent everybody on the blitz that time, and Easton had no time to do anything with that football. Oh, Pine Bluff wanted an intentional grounding, but he did have a receiver in the area.
Yes, he did.
At number 3, Caleb Johnson.
Just went over his head.
Second down and 10. Now for the Delta Devil with 5:09 left in the contest. A couple of Delta Devils that needed big play right now. As Easton stands in the pistol formation. Back to pass. Got pressed. Now being pressured. He takes off to the right-hand side. He crosses the 40. Steps out of bounds, and he's hit way out of bounds. And there come the penalty markers. And the officials step in. And he was way out of bounds that time when he got a nice little shove from 53 that time.
That'll be 15 yards.
Isaac Peppers. And it's just what the Devils needed, though.
Oh, yeah.
Additional 15-yarder, so tack that 15-yard on to the end of the play.
Yeah.
And it moves the football inside the 45 down to the Pine Bluff 44-yard line. 5:01 left in the contest. 17-17 is the score. Valley State with the football. First and 10 from the Pine Bluff 44-yard line. There's a high snap but control. He gives it, move it to the inside, and a penalty marker comes from the umpire. So that's probably going to be holding against the Devils more than likely. Yeah, I see him talking to 70, big 70. So they're going to call that one against number 35.
Yeah, 35.
Octavius Porter, the tight end from Heidelberg, Mississippi. And just when the Delta Devils have gotten 15, they give 10 back.
Yeah, wow.
Moves the football back to the 46-yard line. Back to Valley State's 46-yard line. 4:34 left in the contest. Easton for Valley State at quarterback sends a man in motion. He'll get the pass off to him, and he is going to be gobbled up.
Wow.
As Pine Bluff sniffed that one out all the way. There to knock him down again, 35, Paul Reeves, the senior out of Lexington, Mississippi. Right down the road.
Yeah.
And he was able to knock him down for a big loss. Now Valley State facing the second down and looks like about 25 to go.
Yeah.
Easton will stand in the pistol formation, 2 receivers left, 2 receivers right, 1 single back in the backfield with him. There's the snap. Being pressured. He rolls to his left, looking. Now he's just going to skedaddle out of bounds, and it'll bring up 3rd down. Only about a 4-yard pickup on that one. And just when the Delta Devils had a perfect opportunity and perfect field position,
right?
They've 2 penalties, and they find themselves back in a deep hole. 3:13 left in this contest. 17 for Valley State, 17 for Pine Bluff. There's a snap, low but control. Looking, and he's going to get away for briefly, and then he's going to be dragged down by Pine Bluff defense on the tackle, number 16, Xavier Mitchell, 6'2", 250, redshirt junior out of New Orleans, Louisiana. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. And the clock continues to run with 2:40 and counting left in the contest. And the Delta Devils have to get a good punt here.
Yes, indeed.
And try to pin them back. Can't let Ralph get a good return on this one. If anything, kick it away from him.
Right.
And ref is going to take it. And he escapes around the right side and crosses the 35. Still on his feet. He's at the 50, 40, 30, 20, 10. Touchdown.
I'm looking.
Just talked about it.
I'm looking for a flag somewhere. Where is it?
No flags.
God almighty.
Wow. Caught that one at about the 15.
Wow. Went around the right end.
Around the right end and cut back inside, and he was off to the races.
Yep.
Picked up a good wall of blocks over on that far side, and 85 yards later, he's into the end zone for the touchdown with 1 minute and 54 seconds left. And here comes Pine Bluff for the all-important point after.
Right.
Much to the appreciation of the Pine Bluff fans who ventured over. The line is set. The kick is up. It is long enough, and it is good. 1 minute, 54 seconds left in the football game. Your score, Pine Bluff 24, Mississippi Valley State University 17. We will step aside and hear from our sponsors and come back with the rest of this particular ball game. This is the Mississippi Valley State University Sports Network, back in 1 minute.
I am Gloria Boyd, Chief Nursing Officer at Greenville Floor Hospital. While I know that our hospital is safer now than ever before, I want to do everything I can to prevent the spread of COVID-19. I chose to take the vaccine to protect myself, my family, my coworkers, and my community. Getting vaccinated is not enough. You must also continue to wear a mask, social distance, and wash your hands often. When you qualify for the vaccine, please do your part. Get vaccinated for the health and safety of your loved ones in our community.
And welcome back to Rice-Titan Stadium on the campus of Mississippi Valley State University. Great ball game here. And I'll tell you what, Josh, the people are getting their money's worth from both sides of the football.
Yes, indeed.
A high-scoring affair here is 24 for Arkansas Pine Bluff, 17 for the Delta Devils of Mississippi Valley. 1 minute, 54 seconds, and let's see how much Coach Dancy has worked with his football team on a 2-minute drill.
Right. That's what he...
Valley State will take the football at the 5, 10, 15, 20. Loses the football.
Oh. Wow.
The official says... The official said Pine Bluff has the football, but there is a penalty marker. And let's see what the penalty marker is about.
Wow.
On the run back that time,
sometimes when you
was number 4, Jacory Rankin, out of Port Gibson, Mississippi. And they're going to get Valley State for blocking below the waist. Yeah. And Pine Bluff is they're going to decline that penalty, and they'll get the football 1st and 10. Wow. 1st and 10 from the Valley State 25-yard line.
Tracy.
For Pine Bluff.
Tracy, sometimes when you receive the ball, you want to do too much with it.
That's exactly what happened with that. He spin and...
Right. And when you just ought to just go down.
Well, on the turnover, Pine Bluff will get the football. 1st and 10 from the Valley State 25-yard line with 1 minute 47 left in the ball game. And you got to believe Valley State probably going to get a big dose of clock. There he goes on the first handoff, and he's going to be slammed to the ground at the 25-yard line. They'll give him forward progress, maybe a yard. And Valley State is going to call a timeout, and they'll have 2 left. And that time Valley State was looking for. The young man wanted to really just make something happen for his team and give his team a better opportunity at getting into the end zone from where they were. And he was off to the races now. Yeah. He saw some daylight, but he was stripped from behind.
Right.
So they'll take a quick timeout, and Coach Dancer will go out and speak to her. And he's giving the officials an earful while he's out. As we resume play, Arkansas, they'll give Pine Bluff no gain on the play, so it'll be second down and 10 as the game clock shows 1 minute and 43 seconds left in the ball game. Second and 10 now for Pine Bluff with the lead, 24-17. There's a handoff inside, and he's going to be stopped immediately, and Valley State will spend another timeout. On the tackle of the time, 52, Dion Reed, 5'9", sophomore out of Monroe, Louisiana, was there to knock the running back down. No gain on the play. They'll bring up 3rd and 10. And what do you think? What do you think in this particular situation, this close? If you're Pine Bluff, if they stop you on 3rd down, do you go for a field goal?
I'm pretty sure they're gonna.
Or do you?
They're gonna try that.
Or do you try to pooch punt it and maybe pin them out of? See if you could pin them deep in their own territory.
I guess all that depends on how many yards they
get on this play.
Yeah.
Play under. 3rd and 10 for Arkansas Pine Bluff from inside the 25-yard line. They'll spot it at the 24-yard line of the Devils. 1 minute, 35 seconds left in the ball game. Pine Bluff leads by a score of 24-17. And what has been an exciting ball game here from Rice Titan State. And the handoff goes to 26. He's going to be cut down. And we got a loose football. They're digging it up. Valley State said they have it. And let's see, the officials are digging them out. And it's Valley State football.
Yep, they got it.
Look, coming off the football field with the ball. Big 99 coming off the field with the football on his arm. He don't even want to give it up.
That's my ball.
That's my ball. Got to watch that kind of stuff, though, because those are the kind of events that'll get you unsportsmanlike conduct penalty. Yeah. Not giving the football up and such.
Right.
He still has it on his arm.
Yeah.
They might need to put that one on his. Whatever he's paying for school, they might need to add that football to his tuition cost.
Right, because that one ain't going.
I don't think he wants to give that one up.
No, they ain't going home.
So with a minute 28 left, Valley State still with one timeout in the ball game. Pine Bluff has 2. There's a snap, and we have a stoppage of play.
Yeah, somehow.
The referee looking and wants to know what happened, and here comes somebody. Weapons.
Call timeout.
All right, Pine Bluff calls a 30-second timeout. So they will have 1 left. So 1 timeout for Valley State, 1 timeout for Arkansas Pine Bluff. Pine Bluff with the lead, 24-17. There is a minute and 28 showing on the game clock left in regulation. Valley State has the football 1st and 10, and it's going to be spotted right at their own 20-yard line. So they got 80 yards of real estate ahead of them. And this is a perfect opportunity now to see just what Coach Dancer and his coaching staff has drawn up as it relates to a 2-minute drill.
Oh, yeah.
So Easton and the Delta Devils will take the football field. Also out on the field, DJ Clayton. 22 Williams is out on the field as well with a 3-receiver to the right-hand set. 3 receivers right, 1 receiver left, 1 single back in the backfield. There's the snap. Loba control, now feeling a little pressure, and gets wrestled down from behind. The pressure was there, and big number 50 wrestles him down.
Yeah, they had one time out there.
And they're going to have to spin it here.
What happened? Oh, they must come.
What happened? Did they?
Somebody
the clock has stopped.
Somebody called timeout.
And they're begging for both teams to come back.
Hey, ain't nobody called timeout.
I'm trying to. They stopped the clock. So what?
They're getting them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they last one.
I was wondering. I saw the clock had stopped.
Yeah.
But evidently the referee didn't know because he was beckoning for the team to come back on the field. He was kind of lost. He was like, hey, we still playing ball.
Well, that's one they need to regroup on.
So now the question becomes, when did Valley State call the timeout? Did they call it with the 119, or should there be more time on the clock? I suppose they're just going to leave it where it is.
Look like they're going to leave it where it is. I don't see nobody trying to make no adjustment with it. They ain't talking to nobody.
So I suppose that they're going to go ahead and this will be Valley's final timeout of the ball game.
Right.
The clock is showing that Pine Bluff has 2, but I think they've taken 2 in the second half.
They have taken
so they
2.
probably have 1 left.
Yeah, they should have 1 left.
But here we are, second down and 15 yards to go with 1:19 left in the ball game. Valley State trailing by 7, 24-17. Easton will stand in the pistol formation. There's a snap. Loba control. Gets a pass off to Williams. Williams will get tackled inbound.
Oh, man.
And they're going to lay on him a little bit and let some more time run off.
Wow.
So Valley State's going to have to go in a hurry with a minute left in the ball game.
And the problem is third down.
Can't be waiting. It's third down and 12. You're in 4-down territory. You're going to have to go for it either way it goes. He lets it go. It is incomplete. He looked up the field before he caught the football. He saw some daylight. That time did Malik Myers.
He easily had the first down.
He had the first down. He was looking for more.
Yeah.
And it falls incomplete now. Big possession play coming here for Valley State. 4th and 12. You're down to 51 seconds left in the ball game. You must get a first down or this ball game is over.
Yeah.
2 receivers left, 2 receivers right. This will tell it. There's the snap. Loba control. Gonna get it over on the screen play, and Pine Bluff sniffed that out all the way.
That had no chance.
None whatsoever. That was
no chance.
I have to. That was one of the most.
Yeah.
That was one of the most conservative plays I've seen.
Right. That one
called all day.
Too easy to do.
No. Didn't look downfield at all.
No. The whole defense was waiting on that.
Well, as it is, the Delta Devils turn it over on downs, and Pine Bluff will take over 1st and 10 from the Valley State 23-yard line, and 44 seconds left in the contest. So this will be kneel down.
Yeah.
And they'll have to do it maybe one more time.
Yeah.
I think there's going to be about maybe a 3-4 second difference between the game clock and the play clock.
Right.
So they will have to snap it at least one more time.
Yeah, one more time.
And that will be it. They'll move to the line, take the snap, and kneel it down, and that's going to do it. As the play clock runs down under 10, and that's going to do it.
Yeah.
The play clock's at all zeros, and that's going to do it in a hard-fought contest. The Delta Devils of Valley State is going to come up 7 shy as the Arkansas Pine Bluff Golden Lions will win this ball game by a final score of 24-17. We will step aside and hear from our sponsors and come back with our post-game wrap-up. This is the Mississippi Valley State Sports Network. Valley State loses a close one by a final score of 24-17.